What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I'm aware I have a pretty wide audience with some European viewers, some Australian viewers. I'm supposed to shout out Brazil today, according to a viewer on Facebook. And much like a jump promo, this deal is region locked, but Latin America gets in there today, as this is for anybody registered in the United States, Canada, Latin America, or the Caribbean are eligible for this coupon. So do be aware with that. Don't get disappointed if you can't use it. But there's 15% off with code PRONTO15 until 10 o'clock Pacific, 11 I guess that's Mountain Time. We got midnight Central, and that's 1 in the morning Eastern Time. So a pretty good deal overall. I'm searching for phones again, as the last one I got sent from eBay was defective. This time I guess I'm just going to have to go new and unlocked and hope it works with my carrier. But if you guys are searching around for things, it's a minimum purchase of $25 and a maximum discount of $100. That's spending almost $700 to get that much off. But anything that you're buying, just know that it is cheaper today with eBay. So if you've been eyeing something for a little while, do go ahead and go for that. But something that I've been not doing with Market Watch that I also should be is this. I should be showing you guys videos that are must-see videos of the days to me, and Nerd Factor's been pumping out a lot of amazing memes. This is every YouTuber joins the battle to go with today's Nintendo Direct that showed some new Smash characters. We got the YouTubers joining the battle, and it is super awesome. The best YouTube video you'll probably watch today, and I really enjoyed myself. That link will be down below, and there's going to be some other links too, because we have a really heavy discussion on a budget deck that has one card that's not so budget. Infinite Impermanence has continued to go up. Yesterday it was a low of 65. We see one at 70 before it's 80. Simo and I were actually having a conversation with this because he freaked out showing me, dude, it's 80. And I'm like, I kind of know it was going up to all through today. And now it hits a point of $80. Basically, its maximum price it was before. Well, this card's pretty much guaranteed not to be in the Megatons. It's from Flood, so it's kind of got a reprint proof on it for a little bit. And then you also see here on eBay, there's a $60 one from Canada. Hey, use that promo code for 15% off. Swear, not sponsored. I'm just doing it for you guys. And then we see 72 from Canada, and quickly going up to 80 on eBay as well. It's insane, but there's one deck that's just extremely budget, minus this card, and that's the Altergeist. Mollusk is up for reprints in the Megatons. It may or may not appear, but then Multi-Faker in Flood, probably not going to be reprinted anytime soon. Just $3, and it has the best sell rate for any Altergeist card if we actually look at best selling as well. So it has the actual proof in the pudding from sales rate out of the Altergeist cards. And then price high to low, it's the second most in the deck at $3. Marionetta is actually relatively cheap for its ultra rare, and that's all thanks to the Star Pack Common that's available from a $1 pack that some vendors had to rip open. But just really, really underexplored in terms of this could have been better if a lot of the pros got their hands on it. And you'll actually see that if we go back here to full desktop. Amazing profile of Mr. DGZ Bod Z5. I'll pump your promo code one more time. And Ryan Levine, are just an amazing talk between the two and their Worlds experience. And they mention how this deck was just completely underestimated and ended up with a ton of it at Worlds, but even outside of Worlds format, that it really should have been explored more. And maybe it'll get that Worlds format hit on the ban list. I certainly hope not, but Impermanence will be a generalized card, and that's why people are going for it. But I really think you should have your Altergeist core, because if the ban list levels the playing field looking at mostly our actual WCQs, not the Worlds itself, then I think this will go completely under the radar of the ban list, and a lot of people weren't mentioning this at all for the ban list. So will it have a dinosaur kind of effect where it gets something hit from Worlds format? I don't know, but I'll link this down below too. Amazing deck profile for you guys to watch. I think the proof is in the pudding, because there's only one other expensive card, and it's seeing its reprint, and that's Evenly Matched. And this goes very, very well, almost more so than any deck. Yeah, of course, Sean, Evenly Matched is a good card for the sideboard. Evenly Matched goes into Altergeist better than any other deck, thanks to Multi-Faker, and what you can actually build after deconstructing a board with it, should you have forced their negates earlier. And Mollusk kind of allows you to have that attempt sometimes, but, look at this. We got $30, $30. Oof. That's still kind of pricey for something coming out of the Megatons, but all the other big price reprints are one-ofs and extra decks, it feels like. Saryuja, Borreload, Firewall, Diagram already hit earlier in Battles of Legends. So, with this is the only card people are really searching for 3 of out of the 10s, and could be the main chase cards out of the 10s, but it's starting to go down relatively fast. So your 2 most expensive cards, but pretty much only expensive cards for your archetype, not bad at all. Also, I do highly suggest going back to full one more time. We go over to DZeve's channel, a highly underviewed video in my opinion. Insane evenly matched combo with Altergeist, but it actually does end up just building this insane board with just the 2 cards, and you end up going. So I'll link that down below if you're interested to know how to generate all that advantage just off those 2. It's really awesome in my opinion that you have so much to be able to do in this deck with that card, and I agree. Completely underexplored deck. Very budget deck that you guys, I think, should take a look at overall. So all 3 links that have been shown down below. But what do you guys think about Altergeist? Like, is it the kind of budget deck to run with outside of these cards? Because these definitely do hurt. But then your extra deck doesn't need to necessarily, you know, be the most stacked expensive ever. The core itself is what we're looking at. And it looks pretty darn and dang nice. Now, one day only competing, 8% kickback on all singles. I actually didn't even see this. I just had this tab open to look at other tabs. So competing with eBay today, we'll give you 8% back, half of eBay, but that's still pretty good depending on the prices that are offered and shopping around. So be aware, there's 2 sales today. I actually, surprise sale, bonus meme, bonus sale. Why not? So that's pretty cool. You actually do have a competing sale from TCG Player. Not as beefy, but still nice to see. I want to bring up these Worlds promos because they actually have a huge implication on the collector market. And this is out the gate. Dark Magician is definitely less than the Blue Eyes. But we see the sealed set together going relatively cheap. And we have auctions for them all over the place, actual bids. It'll be interesting to see where those land. But I believe the lowest buy it nows are somewhere around the $400 mark for the set. Yeah, $475, $470 for what's left. So these actually have a lot of sales if we go in to time ended soonest. Let's ended recently. Here we go. 425, 400 accepted, 425, 475, 460. Now, what's big about this is their Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, 2 of the most iconic cards in this really awesome rarity. But they were also distributed heavily to locals around the U.S. So there's quite a few of these. But looking at history, this would place the Blue Eyes as the second most, maybe third most. First edition, LOB, and then DDS might be ahead of this. So the second to third, it'll be competing with LOB first for being expensive. And this 500 is grossly undervaluated because mint ones are just heckin' hard to find. 850. I was about to say 800 was last I knew. So DDS Blue Eyes remains king. First set of LOB is going to be racing with this Blue Eyes, but then Dark Magician, it actually becomes the second most expensive, almost racing immediately with DDS Dark Magician. You normally find these around 200, and so our new Dark Magician here by itself seems to be the one that's getting listed as people want to keep the Blue Eyes and don't care as much about the Dark Magician, because Blue Eyes is that master card, right? So when we sort let's go lowest first here. We see 200 available, $200 available. It's neck and neck starting out with DDS, Dark Magician for those trying to sell it. We'll see where that goes also, but it's nothing compared to last year's prize cards. But these started out around, I want to say $1,200 if you could get your hands on the set right out the gate, and then it just spiked from there. We see the only available trying to get an auction at 3,000, but realistically it's a little less. Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl, there's just not much competing with that. And then you had a special alternative also, Monster Reborn, the weakest link out of the group, and you see people selling it by itself. Never break a set. That's just my opinion. Even if you need some quick cash, never break a set. The people breaking the Dark Magicians off, don't bust up those sets either. I think you'll want to keep them, and we see that as the second most collectible already, and perhaps lower quantity than the DDS. In the future, we could see a rise out of them, similar to how the World's promos over here have kind of gone up over time. You'll want to be considerate of what to actually do with and for them if you're in the big boy collector market. But definitely two of the most iconic cards. My opinion is definitely don't unseal them. That would be a terrible decision. Keep them as a set if you've managed to get a hand of these at locals. If you're trying to buy them, try to go for that $400 price range. And I do think they have room to move up over time as collectibles, because despite them being at locals all over, they're still a relatively low quantity. So my advice, if you've got them, you got something nice, hold on. Definitely the Blue Eyes will be worth more if you have to split, but don't. Please don't split. What do you think of today's Market Watch, guys? I know I didn't have as much, but I did have two bigger discussions, basically, to hit, and also coupon codes for you guys. I thought I just had one, but I realistically, the main reason I even wanted to push this video today, instead of building up more content in it, was for this coupon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and got to enjoy looking around YouTube more and more of an in-depth look at Altergeist, and then kind of looking at a collectible thing that should affect a lot of you guys. I think a lot of guys have OTSs that got these packs and are wondering what to do with their collectible Dark Magician and Blue Eye. So that's my take on it. Let me know what you would do with your collectibles down below that you got from Worlds. And by the way, new World sleeves also for the first time in forever. I heard they're very expensive, but I haven't seen them on eBay, so we'll be waiting to see what happens. They're red. They look real nice. We'll see what's happening with those later on too.